Hello and welcome back to Vault Hunters. This storage here. I have crap absolutely everywhere. And I mentioned this in the last episode. I'm having a very hard time figuring out my vaults and everything because I have horrible storage. I have stuff just everywhere. So I think in this episode, we need to start considering some storage. So in this mod pack, there are multiple different storage solutions that we can come up with. There's refined storage, applied energistics, mechanism, RF tools, and each of these have their own advantages and disadvantages. Now, as a quick example, CWG was recently able to get some of his storage system kind of going here. If you check out his last video, as of the date of this it may not be his last video from the date of publishing this, but you can check out his videos and you'll be able to see this. This is his applied energistics storage system. And he's able to actually, oh yeah, I can't even look inside it at this point in time because I haven't researched it. But yeah, he has his disk drives and he's able to store almost every item that he has in this storage controller system. And I can't remember how many thousands of items. I think each of these disk drives here are 1,000 items. So you can just do the math there real quick and see there are, thousands and thousands of items that can be stored inside this one little thing. And it's searchable. You can actually click on this, and when you've researched it, you can click on it, and you can actually search through all of your items that you have. And I think that is something that will be absolutely amazing to have. Now, there's two different ones. There's the applied energistics, and then there's the refined storage. So if we look here, applied energistics, and it explains a little bit of it here. It's a bit more complex than refined storage, but has less limitations in game. Refined storage, it's simple when it comes to digital networking, but has some limiting factors because of it. But both applied energistics and refined storage only cost 1. Now, being as I am somewhat a noob, I guess you would say, into the whole modded Minecraft and all these fancy mods, I'm not sure if I want the more complex option like what CWG has here. That's a really confusing door, by the way. I'm not sure if I want the more complex option. While it does look cool, I see he has some sort of energy acceptors, chargers, drives, controllers, terminals. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and I don't know if I can fully understand this very easily at first. I would like to, but I'm not sure that I will be able to. At least quickly. So I think what I'll probably end up doing is going with refined storage for more than one reason. One, to keep it simple, and second, to do something a little bit different. I don't want to do exactly what CWG is doing over there in his factory. Speaking of factories, I have some more progress made on the mega base, and some of the walls are kind of started off here. I know where some things are going to be going. Again, I have some of the top stuff laid out. I have most of the front wall actually done up at this time, which is really nice to have. It gives us kind of a better idea of how big this thing is going to be and where some of the rooms are going to be. And it looks kind of funny now, but give it some time. It will look a whole lot better. I have a big plan in mind for how this is all going to work, and it's going to take a little while to get there, but I have a plan for it. So this area in here, this is, it's meant to look like a garage because there's two like door-looking things right here. What I think I'm probably going to do in here is this is going to be kind of like the storage area. This is where I'll have like my generators. I can put like generators back in this section and stuff like that. And then storage terminals and stuff like that. I think all are going to be in, actually just created one, all going to be kind of down in here. So this is going to be like the storage room, I guess you would say. And then of course my other rooms are going to be, purposed out and stuff throughout. But yeah, this is where I think my storage system is going to end up being built. Now I can go down a little bit farther. I can actually take the floor up to this level right here. I have a lot of options in here, so I'm thinking this is probably where things are going to happen. I'm going to try to do as much as I can underneath the floor, and then just have the aesthetically pleasing things up on top. And I think that'll make the most sense. So now I know a lot of the recipes for these things in refined storage are rather expensive. And if we look here, we can actually search refined storage. And I mean, look at all of this stuff. I know that in order to get started, we need a controller. And I believe it's that guy right there. We need a controller. We have to power this controller, so we need some sort of power source. But in order to actually create a lot of this stuff, it's rather expensive. I need silicon, and I need an echo pog, which is a pog around 2 perfect echo gems. Those are 4 a piece. I don't know if I have enough echo ore. I have 12 echo ore. So actually, I have enough to create those, which is nice. So I'm already on my way. I already have 3 pogs. So yeah, but the first thing I need is that controller here, and then I have to power the controller. Then once I have made my controller, I have to get the discs, and I'm not sure where they're at. Yeah, the discs are rather expensive as well. The 1K storage disk, here we go. And you can see there's a lot to it. Redstone dust, I have the storage part. The storage part, it's actually not too bad. One of the things I need to make sure I figure out is the silicon. Now I have to somehow smelt this stuff up. I believe it is, yeah, smelt regular quartz, and it will give me silicon. I don't really have any quartz. I may have to make a trip to the nether. Hopefully in the near future, we are going to be working on a bartering farm. And once we get the bartering farm done, we'll have a nice stock of quartz. But yes, so I need a lot of stuff to make this happen. So we are going to get started on some of these things. And I believe I have enough. Let me find it all here. Yeah, I believe I have enough to be able to make more than 1 knowledge star. And I really only need 1 more knowledge star to actually unlock refined storage. So let's go ahead and make us up some knowledge stars. And if you're wondering where I got all my Larimar and Beniotite here, I believe in one of these, again, bad storage now. One of these I have some more. I may have moved it all around. Yep, I can't find it now. But CWG came over and he helped me fortune up some ores with a Fortune 8 pickaxe. And there we go. We have our heat generator. Now we have to make some cables. And I believe the cables are pretty easy to make. Yeah, we just need some glass, some dyed glass, redstone, and quartz-enriched iron. That's interesting. So we're going to have some iron and nether quartz. All right, quick trip to the nether. We got a ton of nether quartz. So I went ahead and made up some quartz-enriched iron. Some of my iron I had laying around. And so now we can look at our cables here. All right, let's go ahead and make 36 cables. We'll save some of that. And we got an achievement. Connecting all devices. Excellent. All right, so I guess the next step is we'll store this stuff off here right now and get us some room in our inventory here. The next step is going to be to create the controller. All right, and now I think it's time we make our Echo Pog. So I have our Pog here, and I will grab out the Echo Gems. All right, we finally have all the stuff for our Echo Pog. Oh, wow, that's intense. There's so much here that it's just almost impossible to keep track of. All right, so we have our controller placed down and our power source, and we can see it is powered here. We're not using anything at this current point in time, and our heat generator is just making a bunch of FE, which is known as forge energy. So the next step is we're going to need to figure out our the rest of the storage. So we're going to need the disk drives and the disks. So to make a disk drive, we're going to need some more fancy gems, a chest, a machine casing, and another pog. So luckily, we made those 3 pogs earlier on, so we should have plenty of pogs left over. All right, and we have made our disk drive. Okay, next step done. So now we're going to need to make disks to put in this disk drive, and I have a feeling these are going to be rather expensive too. All right, storage part, and now we just got to turn our storage part into a storage disk. And there we go. We have 1 disk and 1 disk drive. Okay, so another achievement. Excellent. Let's go put these down and we'll see if we can get this thing to work. And so here I believe we can place these either right beside the controller or we can use the cables to connect them. But for right now, we'll put it right beside the controller. Put our disk in here. Disk. Okay, so now it looks like we have some storage capability. And we'll see here on our controller, that is what we have. So in order to actually use this stuff now, we need to make us up a grid. This is how we'll interact with the block and interact with the system in general to store our items. So I'm going to get to making up all these pieces. All right, we have all the stuff here for our grid. Let's get our grid. And I think I'm going to probably move this around. This is just a little smelter setup I made that'll distribute coal down into it. I may put the grid on top and then raise the floor level up 1 so I can kind of keep, this stuff kind of contained. Or I could put it here beside, but I'll probably want to put another disk drive on the other side. So for right now, we'll put the grid on top. So now we can actually store stuff here in our system. Look at that. And it's completely searchable. I can pull stuff in and out as I need to, which makes it really, really nice. Of course, things will, I believe, stack higher than 64, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take like 3 things of gold here. And let's see. Yeah, so they stack higher than this, which makes this the management of everything much, much easier. So I think the next step is, I was thinking about this. I might actually take this and turn this into a crafting grid, which basically is the same thing, except it just has an additional like crafting feature built in it. So it's like a crafting table basically. And to make the crafting grid, that's actually not what I thought it was going to be. It does require another echo pog, so we're just going to leave this thing as a grid for right now. I thought it was going to be just basically combining the grid with the crafting table, but looks to be much more difficult than that. So, but yeah, now we have some great storage. I think so. Right now we can store 1,000 items with this this core or this disk drive right here. So I think the next step is going to be to make up some more disk drives to be able to craft, or to be able to put a whole lot more items in here, more than 1,000, because we're going to run into 1,000 real quick. All right, so we were able to craft up 5 more disks. So let's get our disks put in. All right, so we are now up to 6,000 items able to be stored here, 6K. So we have 6 disks. We've got room for 2 more in there. And as soon as I'm able to get a little bit more Larimar, I will make those next 2. So I guess now comes the fun part of taking all of my items and getting them into the storage system. So for right now, since I want to eventually move everything over in here, I'm just going to create a little chest here, and we can put our empty boss crates in it so we can kind of keep track of what's empty and what's not. But I think the next step in here, other than creating some more disks in a disk drive, is going to be to decorate this a little bit. I'm going to change some things around. I don't like how we have to drop in and the floor looks kind of bad and the proportions are kind of off. So I think I'm going to raise this floor up a little bit, and we might move this storage controller as well, move it all up a little bit. And then maybe we'll just interact with this from the top, because we don't really need to see it. It would be kind of nice to be level, but in order to have everything kind of connected, it may be a little interesting. So one of the other things I just discovered is you can use the cables to actually place this grid elsewhere. So we can actually leave all this stuff down here. Maybe I'll make like a little underground floor area, and we can leave all this stuff here, and we can put our controller up where we actually want it. So I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. I think the floor is going to be probably level with these blocks right here, and then we'll leave our controller something like that, and maybe I'll move it back. But we have the cabling to be able to do that now. So we'll put the grid somewhere convenient, and then we'll just work from there. All right, so here we have what is going to be just a temporary solution for everything, at least right now, until I can get more of this building actually done. But yeah, over here is the smelter. I still haven't moved it up. Gonna have to do some more adjustment there. But here is the crafting controller, and as you can actually see, it is completely full. I can't put anything else into it. Already completely full, which is kind of annoying. But if we come down here real quick, I need a solution. I'll probably use elevators to get in and out. You'll see all the disks are completely full, so I need to make some more disks, and I'll probably make another controller to put on this side of it, or another disk drive on this side of it, to be able to store everything. Now, one thing I need to double check is to make sure, yeah, we are still completely full up on energy, and this just shows what's connected to it, the controller at least. But yeah, as of right now, it is just sitting here idling away. I don't want to lose that in the lava. Release that in the lava. But yeah, we're going to end up having to put some more controllers on it. Now, one of the cool things too is that the disk drives don't have to be directly attached to it. I can put a disk drive over here on a cable and, pile up some disk drives or something like that over here. And maybe I'll even move this controller, this disk drive over or over and down, so I can organize them a little bit better. But for right now, we have some storage. It's still not great. And I will get to working on making the rest of the disk drives so we can eventually store all of our items over there. But already it's still, way more compact and searchable than having, 14 different boss crates out there with all kinds of different stuff in it. All right, so now that we have our refined storage system all set up, at least a starter version of it, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you all in the next episode.